Hello everybody, this is Angie. You have found my channel about cross stitch. I hope that that's what you came here for. If you didn't, see you later. Today is Saturday, January 16th. It is a snowy day outside in Central Illinois today. I think we had about an inch of snow, maybe. I shoveled the driveway. It was light and fluffy, so it wasn't a big deal. I like shoveling the snow. I hope you're all well. I hope it's been a good year so far. So far, so good here. Knock on wood. Everybody in my world is still healthy and doing okay. I hope that you are too. Prayers if they're not. I know that, craziness. There's a lot of craziness. So prayers for everybody. The year started off, things are going okay. I want to send a special thank you out to Vonna, the Twisted Stitcher, because she mentioned on Instagram for sure, and maybe even on Facebook, that she was going to do Father Mike Schmitz, A Year in the Bible, and it's a podcast, and I have been following that, and that has been a really good way to start the year and a really good way to decompress and relax at the end of a long day. So I appreciate that, Vonna. Thanks. And if you want to if you want to join in, feel free to join in. You can catch up, and you don't have to be Catholic. You could join in and follow along, and take it for what it is. So thanks to Vonna. I appreciate that. It's kind of been helping me start my year a little bit grounded and centered, and it's been a good thing to look forward to at the end of each day. So today, sit back and let's enjoy some cross-stitching talk. I've got in my Charlie Brown snow globe mug, very appropriate today, I've got some hot chai tea. It's my favorite. It's chai tea latte. I like Bigelow vanilla chai. There aren't very many other just plain chais, but a chai tea latte, that's where it's at for me. Okay, so let's see. Thank you for new subscribers. I hope that if you enjoy talking about cross stitch with me, that you'll hit the like button and you'll hit the subscribe button and maybe leave me a comment. Maybe later I'll give you a question to answer. All right, I had two finishes. I showed you in my last video my box of snowmen things that I have because I love snowmen, and so I got these two little guys done. It came with the snowmen and then these little patterns. You had a choice of two different little patterns to put in there, and then you just popped them in. So went with my snowmen collection. So that was very exciting, quick stitch, and fun to get done. And then I think a while back I showed you that I'm working on with 3 friends these patterns by Plum Street Samplers and Heartstring Samplery. And the 3 of us, or it's 4 of us, there's 4 of us, there's 3 other people, we all started and did the right side, and then we sent it to the next person and they're doing the left side, and then we'll send it to the next person and they'll finish it and send it to the 4th person. So all of us will have something stitched by the other 3. So we finished the first side, and I got my, this was done by Terry, and I worked on it diligently. I had this basket finished. I had this bottom finished. I had the strawberry over here, and I was working on the bird and realized that I was off. And where I was off was all the way down here by 1 stitch, which messed the whole thing up, and so I had to frog it all, and then that's why it's kind of messy right now. And then I was so disgusted with myself that I put it in stitchy timeout, but I need to get it back out. So the frog decided it was going to hang out with me to start the new year, but I'll get that done. And Terry's an excellent stitcher. Terry on Instagram is Balmy Stitcher. So then I decided I have, I love Snoopy, and I have my fun. In fact, I'm giving you a new view today of my sewing room, of my Snoopy things. This is one of my new Snoopy ornaments And I figured, he needed to stay out all year. I think I'm going to attach a string to him. And up here, I have some other Snoopy ornaments that are hanging, like the airplane, and Charlie Brown's flying a kite and he's upside down, and there's Snoopy. I think he's parachuting. So I thought I would attach him to that. So, but I've got all these Snoopy patterns and I haven't stitched much Snoopy for me. I've given a lot of Snoopy away. So I got out this book and I started doing, oops, I can't show you the pattern. Let me find which one. It's this one. This Snoopy smiling. And so this is where I've gotten. And this is just on a linen. Sorry that I couldn't tell you what kind it is. It's just the linen fabric I had. So, the nice thing about doing this is really I'm obviously not going to go back and stitch all that white. So it's just the black, filling in his nose, filling in his ear, and then filling in his little bit of ear there and his collar. So excited about that. And then I decided we were going on a car trip. Where did I go? Oh, we went up to see my mom for her birthday. And so when I can stitch in the car, that's fine, but it kind of depends on what I'm stitching on. It needs to be something with bigger, so I could see it easy, bigger holes. So I pulled this out from the homespun collection, and I'm doing it. I did another one on, I think I've showed it in the past. It's Santa and a snowman, and I did it on this bigger, I don't even know what to call this. It's not burlap, and I guess it would be an Ada, and I don't know where I got this, but this is where I got, and I'm using 6 strands. I'm using all 6 strands of the DMC floss, and that's where I got. It says on the thing it said it was stitched on 7-count sand Clostern by Hwto Imports with 6 strands. I don't know that this is that fabric, but if somebody's smarter than me with fabric, they can let me know. But that's where I got, driving to and from. And it was so funny, the day we went up to my mom's, weather in central Illinois has been gray and like foggy. Not really foggy, they're calling it haze. That's where we've been at. We had an ice storm. My trees are so damaged in our yard. I think every tree in our yard is damaged except for one, which is a brand new tree. And I counted before I came in here. We have 12 very large pine trees in the back of our yard that line the back of our yard. We have a really big yard. And all of them have some damage, and they're older trees. We've lived here for 23 years, and they were 8, 9, 10-foot trees before we moved in, so they're even taller, and they all have damage. So we haven't seen the sun much. Like, there's rejoicing here in central Illinois when the sun comes out. That's how little we've seen it. So the day we went to my mom's, I thought I have to have something that I could stitch on easily because it's so hazy and cloudy out. And we drove 30 minutes. We got 30 minutes away. The sun came out. The sun shone all day long in Northwest Indiana. And we're driving home. And I said, Dave, do you think the sun will follow us all the way back to Bloomington? And he's like, yeah, I think it will. And 30 minutes away, the sun left us. I hope the sun's been better by you guys. Okay, so the next snow project, then once I finished those snow people, is I pulled out, it's a little pillow project. Here's the cute little pillow. Here's the little snowman. I started doing that. It came with everything you need in it, and I haven't gotten very far. I did some of the border and some of his hat. That's as far as I got. So it's been all the snowman. And I'm really sad this January because we have a new superintendent and because we're doing remote, well, we're doing hybrid right now. My students are coming 4 days a week because they have intellectual disabilities and they need to be in the building 4 days a week. And the rest of the kids are coming 2 days a week if they choose. Otherwise, they're fully remote. So half the alphabet comes Monday, Thursday, the other half comes Tuesday, Friday. Everybody's remote on Wednesday. And so our new superintendent decided since we could do that, there would be no snow days. I really like my snow days. I'm sad not having snow days. And that's probably why we're getting all this nice snow. Okay, so, what else did I work on? So, I worked on this. I worked on Let Freedom Ring by Lilas Studio. And this has been the piece, even though it's not on my Hwto board right now, it wasn't called right now. This is what I've been working on when I come in here in my stitching room and I listen to the Year in the Bible with Father Mike Schmitz. This is what I've been working on. So since the beginning of the year, I finished the construction, I finished the brickwork, and I got the windows all done and all the little things that go in there. So that's where I finished the doorways. So that's where I am on that. I was laughing because I was looking for something in my old videos and I saw a clip from August 14th that said I was going to have this done. Sometimes the best laid plans just aren't. So I'm happy with how that's coming along. It sits on my roller frame. I really like my roller frame. I sit in here with it and work on that, and that works out nicely. Okay, my Hwto board. So on my Hwto board, I drew, it's a Prairie Schooler from the 2015 Just Cross Stitch Ornament. And I am doing this Prairie Schooler right here. It's called Winter's Eve. And I'm doing it on, I don't know what I'm doing. I think the tag came off. Sorry. I'm really bad about keeping track of what my fabric is called. But I think this is the fabric, whatever Priscilla uses and Hands-On Design use for their chalk series. I think that's the name of this fabric. So this is how far I've gotten. When I first showed this to you, I had the bottom 2 rows of snow done, and that was it. So I've done pretty well. I am, you would think, as long as I've been cross-stitching, that I could count, and I can't count because that doorway is only supposed to be 4 stitches wide, and I like a bigger door, so I made it 5. No, I didn't do that on purpose, but I'm happy with this. I'm hoping that I could get it done in January. But I didn't write, I double checked my Hwto board. I did not write that I was going to finish it. I just wrote that I was going to work on it. So, the other thing that was on my Hwto board that hasn't been touched is this piece of Sirius Black from Harry Potter. So I have not touched it yet. I'm planning on it. I did write on this one that I was going to do 500 stitches. This is where I am on him. So see how that goes. Get that out. I was going great guns with my stitching when we were still off school, and then when we went back to school, the first week wasn't bad. I still was getting stitching done because the first week was 100% remote, and that wasn't bad. And then the kids came back, and I have a full-time graduate student who is working with me. I've had graduate students before, but usually it's like a half of a day, 2 days a week. And now my student is with me full-time all day. And so at school, you have to wear a mask unless you're alone in your classroom or your office. And I have a full-time grad student, so I never have my mask off, and I'm talking almost nonstop all day long because I'm either talking to her, teaching her things, telling her things about the kids, what needs to be done, or I'm doing therapy. I'm always in my mask. So this week I've been exhausted, just plain exhausted by the end of the day. So it's going to get better. She's fabulous too. The only thing wrong with her is that she's a Cardinals fan. And if that's the worst thing ever, then I'm good, right? We're good. I can tolerate it. Okay. What next? Oh, purchases. So I'm a fan of Ginger Gerald and his design. So I got his 3 holiday lights. I couldn't decide which one I liked the best, so I went ahead and got them all. Gerald has some lovely designs. Go check out Ginger Gerald if you haven't. I'm sure you guys know Ginger Gerald. So I got that. And then I went to Michael's to get went to get some floss for a sweet stitcher who needed some floss and hasn't been out shopping. And you know, it's kind of like ordering something online. You can't just order one thing. It can't go by itself in the mail. Well, I couldn't just walk in and buy floss, right? And there isn't a whole lot. At my Michael's, there is so little cross-stitch stuff. It's not funny. I mean, even their kits are pretty sparse. So I found this Golden Girls pattern book, and one of my girlfriends from here in town gave us, there's 4 of us who hang out. She gave us each Golden Girls coffee mugs. And so I thought it would be fun if I made them a little Golden Girls, I haven't cross-stitched for them, if I gave them a little Golden Girls cross-stitch for their birthday or for Christmas and gave each one something. So that's my plan for this. The designs are cute. I'm showing my age that I watch the Golden Girls and like the Golden Girls. I really like this one. The older you get, the better. The older you get, the better you get, unless you're a banana. And I believe that's Betty White who's saying that. So excited about that. And then I found this. And both of these was the last ones, and I hadn't seen these before. And I always look at their books and things as I'm cruising around because, you know, so there are 10 different, you get all 10 patterns, and they're different embroidery stitches, and it has let me open it up and I'll show you. It has the book, and you get all the patterns and an embroidery hoop and the floss and a needle, 2 needles. And you don't get all the fabric, you get a little package of fabric. So then it goes through and it tells you how to do all of the stitches and things. So for this, like the fabric says white dress weight, quilt weight cotton, and dark red dress weight, quilt weight cotton. So you need both in there. And then you're going to do the stitches in yellow and black. So I'm excited about this. I'm not going to do these all in hoops. I think what I'm going to do is do all of the patterns and then make it into a wall hanging to give to my son Ben, who is a big Harry Potter fan, and his wife Tori is too. So that's my thought there, because you know I have nothing else to stitch, right? Fun things in the mail this week. So I should have looked this up. I'm not going to say anything right now. I got to look up this information because I forgot. So I'll save this gift and I won't use it, and I'll thank her publicly later because I don't have all my P's and Q's together. I have a friend, Carol, who I met in Minnesota, and we were roommates. We didn't know each other ahead of time. And Carol has been, we shared our love of Starbucks together. She loves Starbucks. She goes to Starbucks every day we were there. She went to Starbucks and got coffee. I think she said she's gotten better about it. But we're gonna meet up again at StitchCon. We might even room together. We'll see what's going on. But Carol's just a sweet, sweet gal. And so Carol, for Christmas, she made me a beautiful project bag. It is beautiful. Nice matching zipper, and gave me a little pair of scissors. I was just thinking the other day that, I think I need some more scissors because I don't think I have scissors in every single project bag. She knows I love Snoopy. And she must also listen and know what a spaz I am and that I need to write things down so I don't forget because I'm bad about that. And she found sent me these adorable snowman patterns. And then she gave me some things. Oh, and this chili pin cube. And then she had some fabric. She said I could keep it or give it away. I think if I remember her note right, she said she buys Ada and then she dyes it. So she gave me a whole bunch of fabric. And this is all Ada. I mean, there's good chunks of it. This is 18 count, I believe. 18 count white and some 18 count, like, what do we call this? Is it like golden? And then this is 14 count. And then this it's 28 count natural cashel. So I might keep just a smidge of a couple of these, but then and dye it. The only dyeing that I've ever done is I have coffee and tea dyed a fabric. That's the only thing I've ever done. So I think I might do a little bit of dyeing, but if you would like me to pass some of the stash and you would like some of this Ada, let me know. I will share the Ada. Because stitchers are good like that. We like to share with one another. I'm going to save that too. All right, what else do I have? I've talked about Hwto, talked about my finishes, my purchases. The only other thing I'd like to share with you is I didn't really make New Year's resolutions. Did you make New Year's resolutions? I didn't have anything I wrote down. I have things in my head that I kind of like to work on, like I'm working on drinking more water. But I'm also, one of the things I want to work on is reading more. And so before Christmas, I got this book, The Autobiography of Catherine Janeway. And this is like about Janeway and her, this is like before she got on her ship. She was on, I forget which one she was on it. Anyways, this, if you're a Trekkie fan, this was really good. And my husband, I became a Trekkie by marriage. And then I love reading about historical fiction. And this is one of Dave's mom's books, A Rose for the Crown. This was really good. I really like this book. So I just finished that. The next book, I started reading The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe by C.S. Lewis. I've never read that. And this year I've also been into taking baths. And so that was my bathtub reading last night. I really like that a lot. I think that's it, friends. I've covered everything. I'm going to keep on working on all my projects, and hopefully next time we meet that you will see some progress done in Serious Black, and hopefully I'll get my friendship piece done because I got to get my butt going on that. I do have some things coming in the mail from Threads Entwined from their Twin Peaks primitive sale. I'm excited about that. I've decided that I've been working on writing down what I want to purchase. And so I've decided that to kind of keep myself in check, so that I'm not buying like crazy. I'm going to purchase something, and then if I see something, I'll write it down, and I won't buy something until whatever it is gets shipped to me, and then I could purchase something again. So, um, uh, Threads Entwined was waiting to get all the orders for the Twin Peaks primitive, and then that was going to come in, and then she would send it out. So she's helping me kind of stay in budget because it's going to be a little bit before I get my purchase and have to pay for it. So thanks for that. I think that's it, friends. So I'm not going to do a long Midwest goodbye. I hope you're well and you're stitching well and the frog is staying away from you. I think he's left my house. I'm sorry if he went to your house, but give him a little pat on the head and ship him off to somebody else's house if necessary. And enjoy the weather wherever you are. And we will talk soon. Bye, friends.